Hi guys, and welcome back to Shit Gaming. The Dark Angels led by Lionel Johnson against the Chaos led by Abaddon the Despoiler. Alright, 2,000 points of my elite Dark Angel force, playing the Dark Angel rules so I get OC1 ever battle shocked. Being led by Lionel Johnson, who is the hero of 10th edition. He's a 3-up invuln, a -1 to wound, 4-up Philopane aura if he chooses, amazing melee, he's a beast. We also have Azrael, little proxy there. He's going to be Azrael today, giving me an extra CP, a unit of 4-up invuln on Hellblasters, and they get exploding 6s as well. 3 dreadnoughts. We have the old, very old, small dreadnought. The venerable dreadnought's going to be a dreadnought today with an assault cannon, a flamer, and a power fist. And then his twin brothers behind him will be the Redemptor on the right with the macroplasma, the Icarus rocket pod, the mini onslaught gatling, and then the storm bolters. The ballistas, freshly painted from the Leviathan box, and he's armed with a twin las cannon and his missile. And stompy feet as well. Can't forget about those. To add into the elite side of the force, we have a Land Raider Crusader armed with a multi-melter, twin assault cannon, a hunter-killer missile, and hurricane bolters. Inside of the Land Raider shall be 5 Deathwing Knights, and these guys are awesome. They have 4 wounds, T5, -1 damage, and the Sergeant has Dev wounds and melee. Just a little bit of chaff, because there's a tiny little bit of chaff. 5 Assault Intercessors, who are actually really cool, because they have reroll the wound roll if they're on an objective, and they reroll ones innately, and they have a lot of attacks at AP1. Just to go along with them, we have 3 Outriders as well. Finishing off 10 Hellblasters. I have 3 Hellblasters from the Brotherhood of the White Scars to support my army today, as my Dark Angels are low in number from the Great War in space. That's 2,000 points of my Dark Angel force. That's just 2,000 points of the Chaos.
So, leading a big squad of 10 Terminators, I have Abaddon the Despoiler.
Da-da-da-da.
He's going to be leading my big block right there. I have a 2-man, 3
What's 3 bikers?
I got 1 squad of cultists, and then I have 1 extra squad of cultists. They've got all the war gear upgrades that they can. Here is going to be a squad of raptors, squad with the silvered captain. Then I've got a big squad of 10
chosen,
leading up by my dark apostle. +1 to wound all the time.
Very nice.
I have a squad of warp talons. They're going to be distinct because they don't have the silver sergeant. And
No
then
silver
I have
sergeant.
a squad of 10 possessed, followed by my Master of Possession, 6-up Philopane, and +1 to advance and charge. And then I have my final boy is going to be my proxied
Cypher. Enhancements?
I have 1 single enhancement just because of points. I have the Intoxicating Elixir on my Master of Possession.
Giving him a 5 of Philopane and then marks quickly.
So these guys are going to be Slanesh. These guys are going to be Undivided. These guys get all the marks because of Abaddon. 2 bike squads are going to be Nurgle. The 2 squads of cultists are going to be Tzeentch. My 2 squads of flying boys are both going to be Slanesh, and this guy does not get a mark.
So Cypher has fallen to chaos. He's a Dark Angel traitor. Context, the Lion is hunting him down. He's led to an abandoned Imperial outpost in the far-flung of the western part. It is an ambush led by Abaddon the Despoiler as we are hunting down the Dark Angel traitor. Can an elite Dark Angel force led by the Lion take down Abaddon the Despoiler and a traitor, Heretic Astartes? Stay tuned and you'll find out as we choose the mission. We are playing Hammer and Anvil, which is long ways deployment. It's Sights of Power, which is super fluffy as the Cypher and the Lion and Abaddon and all the characters basically empower objectives. And you get 3 points for each objective mark you control and 3 victory points each of Sights of Power they've empowered by characters, and characters get it in their command phase by empowering a site. The 5th Battlebound is the same, but the player has a second turn, scores victory points as described above, but does so at the end of their turn instead of the end of their command phase. So it's a fluffy Sights of Power Hammer and Anvil deployment. Custom mission on this battlefield, as it is the chosen battlefield, meaning that we place objective markers where we want, providing it's in no man's land. So it's going to be random objective markers in a Sights of Power empowered Hammer and Anvil style deployment. This is the board set up by Messoir. We have 5 randomly placed objectives. Now my opponent went first and placed this objective down first here, which means you can be behind these crates which are obscured and hold it. So then I placed 1 in the middle, he placed 1 over there, and then I decided to place 1 over here in the middle. So that back objective is right out in the open, meaning on this side you can hold this one by being obscured, but that one is pretty bad. So it's limiting it and balancing it. And then this side we have 1 behind those crates. So there's buildings, there's ruins, these trees will give you cover. There's 5 objectives. This is Shit Gaming. Welcome to the video. And deployment. We have the Lion in the center with the Assault Marines, the Land Raider who has the Deathwing Knights inside, the Redemptor, the Ballistas, and some Outriders holding the backfield. As the Lion says, advance. Pushing over, we have the Chaos hidden behind the buildings. Yeah, pretty defensive, pretty cagey. We have the Terminators and Abaddon in deep strike, and one cultist holding the point.
Chosen roster in outflank.
Very nice, and you have the fallen Dark Angel, lone operative boy, standing in the center like a Batman. Or on the far side.
The reason I put that one guy there is that he's going to have, like, he's not going to have the Hurricane Balls into it. He's going to have probably a Redemptor or maybe two if he moves out for it. But if I hold that in my command phase, it becomes sticky.
Which is very nice.
Which means I'll have it sticky from turn 1.
Choose your weapon. Reds for the Dark Angel, blue for the Chaos. Let's go! Boom! Turn 1. Cards Dark Angels in turn 1. Assassination is impossible, but Area Denial is just taking the center, which should be pretty straightforward as I can just run up with the Land Raider and jump on the point. And we'll push now to Dark Angels turn 1. Come on. Command abilities, Oaths of the Moment. I can only see the Cultist, so they will be being Oaths turn 1. Goodbye, Cultist. The Lion's ability, he will choose. Within 12 inches of him, you gain a CP if your opponent uses a CP, and then you have to make a Battleshock test, and if you fail the Battleshock test, you can't use a stratagem, it still costs. As I have Watchers in the Dark to block mortal wounds, and I have Oaths to Cultists. We've given the abilities. No other command things to declare, as we go down to the movement phase for Dark Angels in the first turn, as we push forward and take the fight to the Heretic. And we're rather speedy movement phase. We've pushed the Land Raider over here. He can draw a line of sight into that Poxwalker, and he's within range of ones he can't see, so he can still fire. Advance both the Lion and the Assault Marines up, taking this point, denying the area, and I'm going to discard Assassination. The Ballista's pretty much where he is in the building, whilst the Redemptor has pushed over more lines of sight down onto these Cultists to wipe them out and stop you getting sticky objectives on that point. Readjusted this Ballistas. Starting with the Land Raider, he has 6 Assault Cannon shots coming in. Assault Cannon, it is Oaths, so hitting on 3. Back. With 6, we're winning on 3s with Oaths, Dev wounds. Jeez, I need the Oaths. Power of the Oaths. 2 wounds and 1 mortal on the Cultist. 2. So 5 up covers. 1 die. 2 die because 1 dies from failing a save, and then a mortal.
I'm just going to pull this one immediately. Because I'd rather have the unit.
6 Hurricane Bolters. Hitting on 3s. Roll. 3s to wound with Oaths. I love Oaths. Bow! Killed the Cultist. 4 wounds is 5 ups in cover. 3. 5 remaining, and I have 2 Stormbolter shots to come in, but you position yourself that I can't see anything now, so that'll be it after this. 2 Stormbolters and 3s with Oaths. Oh my god, I need Oaths. Oh my god! Was drunk. He killed 5 Cultists. They haven't taken the point, so it's not sticky. And that's the end of Dark Angel turn 1. We pushed out the Dreadnought to the Lion and our forces and kept the Outriders back. As we go into Heretic turn 1, but before that I get 5 points for Area Denial and a CP for burning.
Every turn my opponent took his bite from the board.
Turn 1 commences for the Chaos. The Dark Angels are attacking as the Lion is hunting down the fallen Heretic. So the Chaos Defenders, they drew behind enemy lines and bring it down for their secondaries. Behind enemy lines might be quite difficult as you must come behind the Dark Angel lines, and you can't come in their deployment zone turn 1 for outflank with your bike squad, and also bring it down is going to kill vehicles, which I have quite an abundance of. However, you lack the tools to kill them in the initial game. Cultists are not battle shock. Abaddon's picked 4 up Invan. That's the end of the command phase. Movement phase shall begin as the Chaos try to run forward and take some ball. End of movement phase of Chaos. End of their turn as they have nothing else to do, as they're staying back and awaiting the battle and awaiting for Abaddon to jump down pretty much.
Just move my boy back here. Just to try and, because he has the boys in the truck there. If I left him on the point, he would have just got charged and then got killed. At least this way, if he wants to charge him, I can counter punch and I don't just lose my Chaos guy for no reason. The bikes have just zipped over here so that I can loan up and at least get that point.
So that's the end of the turn. You've been cagey, you're waiting for Abaddon to arrive to reinforce because you have the speed to get forward, as you don't get any points for your secondaries.
Yes, and I'm going to discard behind enemy lines, but I'm going to keep bringing it down.
For a CP. And we'll push now a second turn for the Dark Angels and we'll see if they can do anything with aspects. On turn 2, Overwhelming Force and Attempting Target. Overwhelming Force isn't possible as my opponent isn't on any points that I can take apart from those bikes, so they'll be too far to charge. And Attempting Target, you selected the far objective. So for Oaths, I'm actually going to Oaths the Possessed, and I actually get 12 for primary as I'm holding 1, 2, 3 objectives, and the Lion gives me an extra 3 for being empowering in that site in my command phase. To the movement phase, and we'll try and take the game to the Chaos as they're hiding back in their hidey holes. End of Dark Angel turn 2 movement phase, we push the Ballistas back to deny deep strikes, kept the Redemptor pretty much where he is.
The Dreadnought.
And his Azrael with his Hellblaster friends to shoot down into those possessed, but then he rapid ingress some Terminators, which is super scary. Lion's staying where he is, the Assault Intercessors are protecting him and forming a shield wall. The Outriders moved over just to screen down the defensive positions. Iron Raider is taking this objective for attempting target and getting ready to fire down into some things over here whilst keeping the Deathly Knights safe inside.
Importantly, because last turn I picked the 4-pin one, he is now giving the 4-pin one to the possessed.
Which is why he came down there.
Yes.
Nice. And now we're going to start with some shooting stuff, which is very exciting for a Dark Angel player. We are starting with the Hellblasters. 8 of them are within range. And fire at these Terminators as well. We have to think about things. Starting with the Iron Raider, start with a simple one. Everything but the Hunter Killer Missile is going to fire into a bike, whilst all the regular shots, Assault Cannons and Hurricane Bolters and Storm Bolter are going to go into the Possessed. And the Multi-Melter will target the Terminators. With the Melter, hitting on 3s with a 3 to wound. That's a Multi-Melter into these Terminators. And he makes it. Assault Cannon and all the Storm Bolters into the Possessed. Starting with the Assault Cannon with Oaths as well. Roll the hit roll! Oh yeah, that's everything. 6, T6, so wounding on 4s, Oaths, Dev wounds. Give some 6s. Okay, this is coming in clutch! 1 more. 2 3-up saves. Feel no pain to take. Which 1 damage so far. Hurricane and Storm Bolters, because same profile. Hitting on 3s with Oaths, very good hit roll. 5s with a twin linked, basically. Oaths power! 3 wounds, 3 up. You fail the damage. And you fail the Feel No Pain. This is on a wound. Hurricane, missile into a bike. Delete! Yeah, for 12. Up in cover.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh my god! To kill a missile bounces off the bike made of steel, as the Hellblasters now line up their shots. Because the Possessed have been Oaths, we're going to do 8 Hellblasters into the Possessed, and then Azrael and 2 other Hellblasters into the Terminators, and I'm going to supercharge. 8 into the Possessed. Exploding 6s, rerolling the hit roll, and I am overcharging, so hazardous. Will come afterwards. Wow, that was really good. Rerolling. Bam! Alright, everything hit. Wounding the Heretic on 3s, rerolling. With the rerolls, oh my god. Thing for Oaths of Moment. Oh yeah. 19 wounds coming to this Possessed squad. 4 pin ones, good luck, sir. Pretty decent, I think it was fail 7. Killed 4 Possessed, and now we have 2 Hellblasters plus Azrael into the Terminators. Into the Terminators, rerolling 1s because the Dreadnought. No Oaths here. Exploding 6s. Oh, with 85, so 3s to wound. 4 pin on. Make it. Terminators hold their ground, but Azrael has a gun. Azrael has 3 shots within the Lion's Judgment within 12 inches. Kind of gnarly weapon. On 2s, rerolling 1s because of the Dreadnought. Exploding 6s. 4s are 2 mortals. Bam. Just picks up 2 Terminators like that. Wow, the Lion's Judgment. The Lion's Wrath, and the Lion is over here feeling wrath. Spudnik, the Dreadnought, is going to fire also into the Terminators. Since the CP is made untargetable, so I'm going to really clear into the bikes. Oh, cannon, hitting on 3s. Dev wounds here. Oh, 1 dev. 2+ save and immortal. The bikes, by the way. 1 wound on the bikes.
1 wound on the bikes.
3 up. 1 bike is taking a mortal wound. As now the Redemptor line down his shots into the bike squad. Only the Macroplasma is in range. D6 + 1. Last. Spend a CP to reroll that. Yep. Down to 3 CP. Whoa! 1 better. Hitting on 3. There we go. 9. So 3s to wound. 1 hazardous test on those guys. He is supercharging. AP.
Die.
1 bike is taken out. Hazardous test. Oh, he rolled. Taking 3 damage. That was bad. And now we have a hazardous test to take on the Hellblasters. Hellblasters. 2 ups.
So the Hellblasters are blown up on 1s, but they can fire again on 3+.
Ups, they shoot. No, they don't. Some pretty poor rolling. 2 guys died, no one shot, and he took 3 mortals. But I did kill 4 Possessed and 2 Terminators, and 1 you'll bring back. And I killed a bike as well. As we score 5 points for attempting target, and we're going to discard overwhelming force. So, extend battle lines and bring it down. The Chaos cards on the turn 2. Extend battle lines is pretty easy, just hold their backfield objective and then 1 in no man's land. And bring it down is the vehicle 1 that you kept from last turn as the Chaos pushed forward. Abaddon kept his 4-up invuln, and you advanced, and they're getting advancing and charging. And you brought back a Terminator as well, who's his front boy who died. So there are 9 Terminators left and 6 Possessed. As the Possessed come forward in the mid phase, then I'm going to Overwatch with these Hellblasters. These guys are Oaths as well. Supercharge, yes. 6 is with rerolls. Oh, yes. 5 hits, that's explosions, plus another, 1 more. Strength 86, so 3s to wound with Oaths. Holy schmolies. I don't even need Oaths. Power. 4 up and vulnerable saves.
That was remarkable.
That was amazing again. 8 out of 12 invuns, and you have Feel No Pains. Feel No Pains, which you did at African last time. 3 more to go, 1 dies, 2 more go through, so 4 more damage, need 2 6s to live now. 2 more Possessed, leaving 4 left. Man of the hour, Azrael will fire. Gets exploding 6s too! With Oaths. I'm on Azrael! Yes, 8, but 4's immortals.
get just 2 more. I have oaths. Okay, so 1 wound. So 1 4-up in 1, which you make, and then 2 feel no pains.
1 guy is on a wound. And I have hazardous test to take.
2 up, sorry. And I lose
Just
1 more. You get to 5 before he dies. Yeah, he's gonna fire at the possessed. 2 shots on 3s. He fires as normal. Exploding. It's a 3 to wound with oaths. Lol, I love oaths because it makes everything just hit. 4 up in 1s. 2 damage apiece. 1 more.
Possessed amazing rolling has stopped them from being white.
And then 6 is to feel no pain. And
3
you.
possessed the left, and it's your turn.
Yes.
Continue when you move phase.
End of turn 2. Abaddon is pushing forward with the Terminators and the Possessed, trying to wipe out these Hellblasters and these Dreadnoughts and take some bring it down points.
Pushing over here, we have the Cultists taking the point as the Warp Talons and the Raptors look to clog up the Land Raider and stop it advancing forward with the Deathwing Knights. As the Lone Operative Boy and 5 Cultists take the back objective. And that is the movement phase as the Chosen stay in the pocket and Abaddon unleashes his fury of his Black Legion. Shooting phase commences. The bikes jumped off the board in my turn. The bikes have come in from outflank and they're going to fire 2 melters into the Land Raider as the Chaos take the fight to the Imperial forces.
I'm a Dark
Dark Pact for fails it. Real Dark Pact. Still fail. Exploding on 5s. Ooh, 2 hits. 5s to wound because I'm T12. 1. 5 up for cover. No. 6 damage. For 2. 2 damage and you do D3 mortals to yourself. Kill a bike. Oh. You did 2 damage to the Land Raider and 2 damage to yourself.
Now the Master of Possession is going to cast his power onto the Dreadnought. Stab the dude to get +1 to hit and wound, and he didn't make the mortal wound.
These
bikes got exploding 5s because they're Nurgle. This guy made a pact and is getting exploding 6s on his dark power into the Dreadnought.
So it's 2 shots.
You want 2s with 1 explosion.
+1 to wound is 4s to wound. For 2. AP2s to AP3s because of cover, so AP2s are 4-ups. Making 1. Making 1. CP roll here. 4 up! No, why do I never try? CP reroll is a gift and a curse, but for me it's mostly a curse.
How many wounds is it?
He is down to 5 wounds as I fail the CP reroll.
Terminator's going to fire everything into the Dreadnought and they're Dark Pacting. These Terminators are Mark of Nurgle, they're all marks because of Abaddon, so they're going for lethal 5s with exploding 5s. Basically 5s is each, but they look like they're Nurgle with the bases. Terminator's coming into the Dreadnought as the Raptors took a damage of the Land Raider off 5s. And you reroll the hit roll as well.
Yes.
Rerolls. Decent, very strong. That many lethals. 6s to wound, getting 1 more. 2 ups! Oh, I'm dead. I explode. No.
The Dreadnought should have stayed on the shelf. That's the end of the shooting as you kill the Dreadnought. The charge phase begins.
We'll just start there.
Start possessed into the Hellblasters.
Highest.
I was thinking of devastating wounds.
I know, I'm with you.
I'm stealing in, but there's only 3 left.
Minutes.
And they're going to charge, the Terminator's going to charge into.
Dreadnought.
Okay.
Yeah, do I want to...
I'm going to split his charge and go into both.
That's a fail.
CP.
CP reroll. CP reroll. Oh!
This is the result of the Terminators making the charge into both units. Abaddon's looking at that Dreadnought and licking his Chaos Lips. Now these Raptors are going to charge into the Land Raider. Jam.
Nope.
The Raptors and the Havocs make it the charge into the Land Raider, who's taking 3 damage. Hellblaster's getting attacked, as is the Redemptor. Starting with the Chaos Terminators and Abaddon into the Redemptor, I'm going to spend a CP for Armor Contempt. Cypher Boy now Vex Armor Contempt, meaning it's now 2 CP to use throughout the game, which is pretty big.
Yes.
This is a result of piling in. You pass a sustained hit fire, so you're Dark Pact, so you have Abaddon and 4 Terminators coming into the Dreadnought.
I'll just start with Abaddon.
And 3 Terminators going to the Hellblasters, starting with Abaddon.
On 2s, sustained 5s. Oof. Okay.
Just gonna pick up.
To reroll everything that's not a 5. And you get a 1? You get a 1.
Abaddon gets 10 out of 8 hits, wounding on 3s because it's strength 14, AP 4 down to AP 3, damage 3 down to damage 2.
Death wounds.
With death wounds. Oh god, death wounds are gnarly. So 6 mortals. 5 ups. Come on! Oh no. They explode! Oh! Redemptor is picked up. No. 3 into the Hellblaster. Abaddon is a bad boy as 3 Terminators come in to cleave up some Hellblasters.
3s. Rerolling.
Okay, need to reroll. Exploding 5s. Ooh.
Funsies.
Winning on 2s here. It's nastiness. 4 months. And I roll pretty well.
Because they're in combat, they can't shoot on death as they're not eligible. But I will spend 2 CP, my last 2 CP, to interrupt with Azrael. Into the Possessed.
Still 6 attacks with the Sword of Secrets. Heading on 2s, rerolling everything, doesn't he? Dev wounds, wounding on 4s, dev wounds. Dev wounds! Boom. Rerolls because of Oaths of Moment. Oh! 2 4-ups because of Abaddon, and he failed both of them. Mortals to take, fails 2, 1, and then the second damage to take, fails. 2 are left, 1's on a wound, you have 6 mortals to take with 6 up on pains. Azrael is naughty. Making 2 of them.
So,
4 more. Hellblasters have some attacks. 3. You have exploding 6s. And then winning on 5s. With oaths still. Good thing for oaths, making 3-up save. Master Possession is all that stands, and he can fight back into my 3 Hellblasters and Azrael, who's a beast. 4s against. Master Possession fought back, he had exploding 5s, not lethal 5s, so he had 5 hits. Winning on 3s, strength 6. P1 is 4-ups!
Rest.
2 damage. 1 Hellblaster dies. The melee into the Land Raider. Starting with the Warp Towns, they have reroll the wound roll, and they're going for exploding 6s. It's the Nash of the exploding 5s. Heading on 3s.
Exploding 5s.
By 2, wounding on 6s with a reroll to wound.
Okay.
The twin left is nice. You make a few. 4 wounds so far as the second batch comes in. For no more. 2's 4-ups. Take 2 damage. 11 wounds as the Raptors come in. 3 Raptors are going to scratch the surface of this Land Raider. Slanesh, they're going to go for lethal 6s as they do a Dark Pact. The Dark Pact, you make it. Chainsaws, lethal 6s. Whoa! 2. 6s to wound. No Raptors here for 2 more. AP1 is 3-up saves. I'm on 11 wounds remaining. Tank it! Oh, takes 2 damage. 8 wounds remaining and must take a Battleshock test. Boss it like a beast. End of Chaos turn 2. They managed to kill both Dreadnoughts and take out a few Hellblasters. They lost the Possessed in the process. And they also took the Land Raider down to 8 wounds as he's going to fight back off camera. The Land Raider got 5 wounds onto the Raptors. Jab. Bam, take damage. The Chaos also achieved 5.3 standby lines and 7 points to bring it down as they wiped out 2 of my 3 Dreadnoughts. Objective in the stand battle lines for Dark Angels and their turn 3 cards, very nice. Nothing is Battleshock's command phase, I have to decide an Oaths target. Definitely
Get them some of the bitches.
Get 9 points of primary, and that's the end of the command phase. Moon phase shall begin. I'm going to get the Death Knights out over here, and kill the Warp Talons. The Lions just probably going to sit pretty and get me some points. And we're going to try and storm the hostile objective as well. So we'll see how the movement phase commences on Dark Angels on turn 3. Turn 3, Dark Angel movement phase has commenced. We are being smart. The Lions staying on the point to get more fight to power and objectives. So I have the Assault Marines and the Outriders just pushing up and advancing, taking this point off Abaddon, meaning you don't get an extra 6 points for your primary. Very smart while I move the Ballistas back to reposition. But here I've kept the Land Raider on the objectives because the Warp Talons can kill me if I fall back. And I've jumped out the Death Knights to clear up this rabble. You are now spending another CP for your favourite stratagem, Rapid Ingress. Azrael is staying in combat because he's a beast and he gave me an extra CP at my start of my turn as well. These chosen have appeared on this side of the battlefield. Rapid Ingression has finished and the shooting phase shall now begin. And we'll start with the Land Raider, going to fire everything into the Raptors who's taking the damage. Hitting on 3s. With the Assault Cannon. Twin links, I reroll the wound roll. And it's Dev wounds as well. So one more mortal and 3 saves on a 3+. 3-0.
3-ups.
Taking damage. 4 left and 1's on a wound. And now the Hurricane Bolt shall rain in. 12 Hurricane Bolt shots on 3s. Pretty nasty. Forced wound. Twin linked. Legs, baby! Yeah! Saves. Taking 3 damage. Multi-melter now. To power! Yeah. 2 to wound. That's the other one dies because it's D6 plus 2 damage. One Raptor remains. The Death Knights will hopefully kill you in melee. Over with the Lion, he's going to fire with his 2-shot plasma pistol into the Terminators. Need to make him lone operative, which is amazing because now the Ballistas cannot fire at him. He's going ballistic. But the Lion can shoot though, nonetheless. Unnecessary Oaths, 2 shots with a reroll because of Oath power. Strength 8 is 2 wounds. 3 damage, sir.
3, that's a 4-ups.
4 wounds. Cool. Ballistas can't shoot because you're lone operative, that's really annoying. We're going to the charge phase. These guys have advanced to take the point. Death Knights now will charge the Warp Towns. For the Emperor! Make the charge, and then Azrael's already in combat. We'll fight first, but I'll start with the Deathwing Knights. Start with the Sergeant and see if he can wipe you up with the Flail of Unforgiven. Unforgiving Flail! Exploding 6s! Alright. Strength 6, Dev wounds. Dev wounds! Nice. So everything he wounds and 2 mauls. 5 in ones, 2 damage apiece. Okay, the Sergeant picks up the whole Death Knights have wiped out the Warp Towns and taken that point back for the Imperium. As we push over to the far side of the battlefield, and you fight back with your lone Master Possession.
Sergeant.
Dark Pact. Passes it. What do you get? Exploding 5s, 4 attacks into the Hellblaster squad. Everything hits. 3's to wound. Oh, 4 up. Make it. Azrael slice you in half on the clapback. Fire the clapback! Azrael, 6 attacks on 2s. Plus a death wound, strength 6. So you T6, 3's to wound.
T4.
T4, so 3's to wound. Okay. 2 saves go through with 5 at once. fail 1. 4 damage is taken plus 2 mortals.
So I got 5 Filling Pains.
And you have 4 wounds left. 5 Filling Pains to live.
Cool. So
Wow, what a beast. Blasters are coming in. Exploding 6s. 5 to wound. Bam. 3 wounds. 4s to wound. Those 3 wounds, 3 saves. You take a damage with a 5 Filling Pain. Combat continues. That is the end of Dark Angel turn 3. We managed to take this point on the left and take that point on the right. So we get 5 points for extend battle lines and 5 points for storm hostile objectives. So we get another 10 points secondary. We'll see how to flee at the end of the Dark Angel turn. Yeah, Chaos will wipe out probably that right squad. Secure No Man's Land assassination for your cards on turn 3. Very doable considering Azrael's on the far side and the Lions in the centre. And Secure No Man's Land, you can probably take those points back off me if you throw everything at me. But we'll see what happens as Battle Shock. Nothing is Battle Shocked apart from this one Raptor. Passes the test. Command phase continues. Abaddon keeps with his Invuln. He's not going to keep with his Invuln. He's going to change too.
I think I'll go for reroll Dark Pacts because I'm not going to be within. Already have rerolls to hit when I make a Dark Pact, and I have a 4 Invuln anyway, so reroll Dark Pacts and my leadership tests. Because
Very nice.
When I go into him, I have to...
And the Lion has the 4 of Filling Pain, Mortal Wound Deny, as I said before. And in the command phase, you heal a Terminator and get D3 wounds back. 10 Terminators are left with 1 or 2 wounds. Else gets 6 points for their... 3 points only for their primary, giving them a score of 6 in total for their primary. Scores are on the doors as we push now to turn 3 movement phase for the Chaos. In the movement phase, these cultists have pushed up and taken the point off me, so the Land Raider is going to overwatch with all his Daka. 6s! 2. 3s to wounds, Twin Link, 2 wounds, 6 up saves, no, 2 OC7 right now, I'm OC6, so I need to kill 2 more to take the point. I have 6 assault cannon shots and 2 melters. We're coming in with the melters. Melter! Yes! 2 to wound. It's a melter. It's a melter. Now you're OC7, because there was OC8 before, so continue. 6s. Only getting 1 6 with a... That's a wound. That is with a 6 up. No. Another one dies, so the point is tied.
So I'm probably just going to charge.
I wasn't able to take it, but I've tied it up and give you more problems to do. Pushing up, advancing on the Dreadnought. That one last Raptor is holding the point. There are 6 cultists tying that point on the far side. We have the character staying on the point. Coming forward to fire his nasty plasma pistols into Azrael as the bikes come in from outflank. As the shooting phase commences, as the bikes teleport on the far side, and we're starting with... Cultists are going to fire into the Hellblasters. The cultists fired in, they actually failed the Dark Pact and killed 2 cultists, took a damage on a Hellblaster, but the objective is sticky for you on your backfield. The Cypher will fire into the Hellblasters with his nasty pistols. A bolt pistol and a plasma pistol, starting with the bolt pistols. 2s with sustained. Oh, 4 to wound.
This is AP1.
P1 is fine. Hellblaster dies, but does he have to fire on death? Come on, no! 3 out of 4 Hellblasters who have fired on death haven't fired. Plasma pistols, ouchies.
2s.
3 hits. 2s to wound.
AP3.
4 Vinmans. It's 4 Vinmans on everybody. Oh! Oh! Both the Hellblasters. Azrael's on 2 wounds, but I can fire back with one of the Hellblasters before he dies into the character on 2 wounds and trying to finish the job that he started. Ha! Hey! 3. Strength 8, so 3s. Oh! 2 wounds, sir. Ooh. Feel the pains? He dies! Hellblasters are wiped out, but they managed to finish the job they started by wiping out the Master of Possession and killing every trace of Possessed on the battlefield. 2 squads of bikes to fire with their melters, starting with the first squad firing their melters into Azrael. Single wound as the melters come in, as the bolters took him down another damage. Yeah. Boom. 1 hit with the melter with an explosion. 2 wounds.
Cool.
Runnable save! Yes! Azrael tanks it as the second bike squad rinses and repeat, but you only have 2 melters.
Yeah. Pass that pack.
Sustaining 5s. 2 melters coming in. Exploding 5s. 2 hits. 2s to wound. Cool. 2. 4 Vinmans! Oh, Azrael done. That's 4 points for Assassinate as Azrael falls from the bike squad in that. Those are now going to fire with their plasma pistols and bolt pistols, getting lethal hits as they pass their Dark Pact. Rolling 1s to hit, lethal 6s. With plasma pistols?
With plasma pistols.
Guessing no supercharge.
No supercharge.
5s to wound with a T10.
No.
With the combi bolters.
Yes.
Pretty good. 4 lethals. Not bad from these chosen. They were chosen to do lethal hits. 5s to wound. 4 2-ups. Loving it. How did you do that? This is on a single wound as you fire the pistols from them, and now just have the Chaos Terminators to fire. Terminators are firing. The Lion no longer has lone operative as the Assault Intercessors have pushed up, which is maybe bad for me as you have 7 Terminators and Abaddon firing into him, gonna do a Dark Pact, and 3 Terminators firing into the Intercessors. Selected lethal 5, starting with the first 3 guys with 12 shots into the Assault Marines. Threes.
4 rerolls.
4 rerolls to hit because you did Dark Pact. Turns out a bunch of wounds came through. 3 ups. Babushka! I lose 1.5. 20 more combi water shots into the line.
In fact, I don't think I...
12 shots because of rapid fire ranges. Lethals and 5s.
I'm just going to pick everything and reroll it because I'm...
Got 1 5. Rerolling everything for not great, just 4. That's 4 2-up saves to make from lethal hits. On line. No! Line's down to 9 wounds. 2 guys with Reaper chain cannons. Sustained and lethal.
So
on 5s.
lethal on...
Miss.
Cool, so 1 sustained.
Okay. Lethals, winning on 6s. T9 minus 1 to win is tanky with 1 mortal. 2 ups. Takes on the damage.
And 1 4 up.
So, for Philippines Mortals. Thank you.
Nice.
The lion has been grazed in the meadow. Abaddon reigns in. 4 shots. I've got 3 lethals because he rerolled 1 and he's winning on 5s. 6s. Because I'm a tank. 2 ups because of cover. 1 at a time. Thank you. He laughs in the face of aggression. As the shooting phase draws to a close and now you have some charges, starting with the Chosen. Make it on an 8. Charge phase, these 2 minions blow up and do mortals to the Dreadnought, potentially. Explode now, but the start of the 5 phase it implies. Got a 5-inch charge, making it into both the Assault Marines and the Outriders. As the Lion watches on and judges. At the charge phase, you have made the charge with the Havoc, or the Raptor, taking this point back off me, securing the no man's land. Pushing over here, you're taking the point with the Terminators and Abaddon, going to wipe out those Outriders and infantry, and you're going to start with the Chosen.
No, I'm going to start here.
By exploding those guys and doing some mortals. 2 to 5. Oh, it's 2 dice though.
So
just
just
2 mortals. Not bad. Ballistus has taken 3 damage, and now the fight phase will begin. You're starting with Abaddon.
Yes.
And the Terminators come in here and surprise, surprise. Wiped out the Assault Marines and the bikes. The Lion is watching on as you move over here into the Dreadnought. And I'm going to spend a CP for -1 damage. Because you charged me. Instead of doing 1 CP for -1 damage, I'm going to spend 2 CP for -1 AP because you armor vectored it. You vectored armor attempts. Now you're rerolling all the hits and wounds with your CP. Ouch. Path is coming in, you lethal hits.
I'm going to do Dark Pact.
Path is coming in with lethal hits. It's a lethal 5s. Everything is amazing. 3 lethal hits. You'll force to wound with rerolling everything. Oof. Oof. You go through 3 ups. Takes 5 damage, which is 10 damage. Which is 2 damage.
You didn't do
so I am destroyed. Do I go up? 2 CP for no avail, and I do not. This is Dreadnought. All my Dreadnoughts, not really great value. End of Chaos turn 3, they managed to get 5 points for secure no man's land by keeping this guy alive who did 2 damage to a Land Raider. He's on a wound, I fought back, did 1 wound to him, didn't kill him, and you get 4 points for assassinate for killing Azrael. As I only really have the Lion, the Land Raider, and 5 Deathly Knights left, but I have to hold on to the win. Interesting cards, I get 6 for primary, but before that cards are drawn. No prisoners, pretty nice, because I can just kill these cultists in that Raptor to get 4 points. And then the dilemma, does the Lion stay where he is and secure the no man's land, or does he move off the point, charge them, get an extra point for no prisoners, and deny your primary? So do I get 5 points, or do I deny you 3 points and get a point and see the Lion in action? I think you know the obvious answer. We're going to get the Lion forward. We have a CP. We're going to keep that. We can still burn one, but we're going to keep a CP in the pocket. If you spend a stratagem within 12 inches of him, I get a CP, and also think about Ultra Test and you fail it, you don't get the stratagem, you still spend it, and he's choosing to oath these Chosen. They're chosen to die. As quick as moving phase, the Death Knight's going to slap up these cultists, get 2 points. I'm going to kill that Raptor and shooting with the Land Raider, and the Lion's going to get ready to oath these guys by himself and kill all these Chosen as they're chosen to die. In phase, the Lion is 2 plasma pistol shots into them. Oaths. 2s to hit. 2 hit. T4 strength 8 to 2s. 2 wounds. AP3 becomes AP2, so 2 5-ups, 2 damage. Oh my god. I'm going to fire everything into this guy. This guy does die. Hopefully this guy doesn't survive like those guys did. Assault cannons hitting on 3s. Oh yeah. Dev wounds, 6 hits, twin linked. Rerolling. Just need... Okay, you got 5 wounds. 5 3-up saves to take on the boy on 1 wound. And he dies. Death Knights should hopefully pick up these guys in melee. The Lion is going to charge these boys. Chosen to die. Oh yeah. Death Knights are charging the cultist as well. Making it. You're going to go with the sweet profile, so I have 16 attacks, sustained hits, and I can reroll everything that's not 6. 16 attacks, exploding 6s with oaths. Power of the oaths. Holy schmolies. Rerolling one of the ones. Oh, I knew I was going to miss his wounding on 3s. Rerolling everything. That came off the board. And then oaths of moment. Everything wounds. 6-up saves. You make 3. Just like that, the Lion swings his sword and kills 8 Chosen by himself. Holy schmoly. 3 Knights will fight into these guys. Death Knights, the glorified best fighters of the Dark Angels, a killing cultist. So start with the Sergeant. Sustained hits, hit for 2s. And dev wounds. Okay, he's just got 4 mortals. Take that point, definitely. And fight back over here with the 2 chosen and the Dark Apostle. Pretty much both flanking both sides of the building. The left side is the Dark Angel stronghold, the right side is the Chaos stronghold. As the Lion is tanking outwards and chosen on the side. Right, the Lion fought and he killed the chosen. They fought back and managed to take 2 damage off him, but he did 2 more mortal wounds on his shield clapback. Bikes flee away at the end of Dark Angel turn 4, and we push now into Chaos turn 4 as I get 4 points for no prisoners and discard secure no man's land for a CP. Storm hostile objective and cleanse. Cleanses do actions on objective, and storm hostile objectives pretty much take the Lion off his point, as the Land Raider and the Terminators are sitting pretty cozy over there. And now you have to go in the command phase. Abaddon is choosing to reroll Dark Pacts again, and the Battleshock test here you failed. Yep. So now they failed it, you have 1 CP, I have 2, and you're choosing to fall back from combat, so you'll die on 1s and 2s, and there's 3 models. Woo. 2 models died, the chosen are wiped out. So end of turn 4 Chaos movement phase, my friend, what was the gist?
Spend a CP for advance and charge and shoot on the Terminators.
Yes, because they want to try and pepper the Lion.
And then this guy fell back, my bikes landed on that objective to do cleanse.
Yes,
These
bikes
bikes
on the
landed
left.
over here to shoot this guy.
The Lion.
Just move those guys back. And then my character moved here so that he's going to empower that site in my next turn.
As he got 6 on his advance, and that's the movement, and the shooting shall begin. And starting with the melters into the Lion. The Combi Bolter. Pass the Dark Pact, you go for sustained hits, and you get 2 sustained. Wounding on 6s. Nice one to wound T9 because he's the best thing in the world. The Lion's the king of the jungle around here with the melter coming in. Sustained hits, 2 hits. 5s to wound because he's the Lion. 3 invulnerable. 3 invulnerable. Bing! And now the Terminator's coming in. Terminators are firing in, and because you're trying to kill the Lions, your main thrust this turn, I'm going to spend 2 CP for Armor Contempt. Funnily enough, it's the same price as the Chaos one. Now it's been vected. I'm not going to Armor Contempt, I'm just going to save my CP for a reroll. Cool. Right, nice. So you make the lethal 5s and the Dark Pact, meaning getting lethal 5s, reroll the hit roll. You're probably going to reroll everything that's not a 5, so I have a billion 2-up saves to make. But he has 6 wounds left. He is the Lion. If he stays alive, this is huge for the Dark Angels. We need him to live. All of the heretics will fire their bolters in, and we'll see what happens. 3s. 5s are lethal. You need the reroll. Decent so far. Rerolling because you did a Dark Pact. Power. That was much better. There's a bunch of 2-ups saves to make. 2 up. 2 up. 2 up. 2 up. 2 up. 2 up. Oh, takes on 5 wounds remaining, and then 2 ups. 2 ups! Takes another damage. Ooh. 4 wounds remaining, as you have 2 more guys and Abby the Don. Abby the... 2 Reaper chain cannon, pain cannons, leave me alone cannons, and 1 lethal so far. 3 lethals.
And 1 sustained.
Winning on 6s. Yeah. No more. Saves. Come on. Yes. Oh, okay, takes damage. Abaddon has 4 shots. Can he finish him off? He's going for a Dark Pact. Lethals, so it's 3 ups to save you 1-2 damage. 3 up. Make it. 3 up. Make it. 3 up. The Lion is a boss. Lion is a boss. He lives on 3 wounds. That was huge. Interestingly enough, it's the end of Chaos turn 4 as they decide to try to take the center and secure the sites of power. Turn 5 scores are on the doors. We'll see what happens as I draw my cards. Turn 4 Chaos kept Storm hostile objective and they discarded. And you score 3 points for cleanse. And my cards are engage in all front and deploy Teleport Homer. We're going to spend a CP. We're just going to oath these bikes and we'll move down to Moon Phase. Moon Phase, I've advanced the Land Raider over here to get in this table quarter. Those guys are getting behind enemy lines, so I get 6 points of secondary. I've got 6 points of primary. And then the Lion's going to oath these bikes, kill them, and then come back on the point and just tag that with that guy. And it's going to fire at this character. Shots with the pistols. 2 to wound. 2 Orbinons. Ooh. And the Lion is on a rampage as he kills the Dark Apostle, and he's going to charge these bikes. Charging the bikes on a 3. Right, we fight with both profiles. He attacks, lethal hits, hitting on 2s with rerolls. Oh my god, the power is insane power. So 2 lethals, 12. So 2s, rerolling with oaths. 32 damage, I kill the bikes, and he turns around and takes this point. Dark Angel final turn, we get 6 more points for secondary, maxing my final score out at 63. And we'll see if the Chaos can catch me up. Stay tuned for the final turn for the Chaos, as it is on a match edge. Tempting target and engage all front. Tempting target is this objective here. I have bikes that can come in and take the objective, so
It's super close game. It's literally going to come down to a knife's edge. Turn 5 cards. Storm hostile objective. Engage in all fronts. Guys, the points are super close, as you can see, and it's super tight. Chaos, they're going to try and bring in some bikes they have to bring in and get as many points as they can. I'm on only 1 point with the lion, and you got a storm hostile objective, so kill the lion. So it's going to be super epic as we continue the command phase. Nothing is battle shock, so noon phase shall commence, and everything comes down to its final turn. Welcome to the most intense finish of Warhammer you've ever met in your life. So far, my opponent is getting 5 points for engage by being in that table quarter with the cultist, this table quarter with the bikes, who managed to take this objective. They're getting 15 points of primary as it stands, giving them 30 points of primary. I have 33. Basically, if everything goes off, they win the game by a point. But if they don't, I'll win the game by a point. They need to make this charge and kill the lion at the end. So we'll see what happens as they're engaging and they need a storm hostile objective. So starting with doing a dark pact on the Terminators, he has 3 wins left. I spent 2 CP to armor contempt him. 7 in his charge, he has no CP. He has to kill him or shoot him or kill him in melee. Yeah. The lion must survive. Going lethals on 5s. Can he die? Please no. Please no. Lethal 5s. Jesus. Going for the reroll everything. My god. 6 to wound. The lion says 1 more. Bunch of 2-ups. 2 up. 2 up. Lion, please. Live, brother. Okay, this is going pretty well. Oh no, taking damage. I'll let it go. Oh no! He's on 1 wound. He's on 1 wound. I gotta let it go. I gotta save it for the end. He's on 1. Oh god! CP reroll. Oh god! CP reroll. Ah! It falls. And that means you storm the hostile point. You get 5 points for engage. You get 15 points of primary. The final scores at the end of the game. The Dark Angels got 33 for primary and 30 for secondary. They got 63. They were 24 up in the final turn. The Chaos managed to get 25 points and they got 64. So it was a Chaos dub. So my friend, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Before we go, guys, MVP for the Dark Angels. All the Hellblasters are Azrael I give it to. They were amazing. What went well for me, I think I got good. He did really well. I just didn't have too much left at the end. I didn't get any value out of my Dreadnoughts. The Ballistas did nothing. You did well taking them down. Thought the Hellblasters was great and the Lion did a lot of smash. Deathwing Knights were okay, could have done a bit better with them. And I lost by 1 point, which is so big. And great game, my friend. Very epic, very entertaining. Hope you guys enjoyed. For the Chaos MVPs. All the bikes though, just popping out. All the just bikes, getting you engaged and stuff at the end, super big. Every turn, basically just moving. What went well? That final turn, I guess.
I just pulled good secondary cards.
Yeah, you needed to come down to the end and you got the one that needed to win.
Yeah.
And even better F.
I don't know, man. It was really difficult. You just killed everything that came out.
That was a crazy game of Warhammer. The Lion is so good. I lost by 1 point. Guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one on Shared Gaming.